podcast. I'm Katie Hornor, and this show is to help entrepreneurs of all ages to defeat the "you can't do that" voices in your head by proving that you're never too old to start a business, never too small to grow your influence, and never too late to create an income or a positive legacy. Welcome to the show. This is Katie, and today we're going to be talking again about planning your content for the month based on different promotions. We're going to actually get into some nitty-gritty on that. I showed you last time we were together our content planning flow chart, and if you're listening by audio, this is a page that says at the top, how can your content be planned once and used multiple times? And we start out by talking about the topic and the content and creating one large piece of content around that topic. So this could be a video, it could be a blog post, that we're creating one large piece of content, usually with 3 to 5 points of information around it. And then we go from there and break that piece of content down into smaller pieces that we can then share in different places. So how does this work logistically? If I'm going to be publishing content on a regular basis, how do I do this? What does it look like on my calendar, in my life? How do I make this happen? So first of all, you want to get your topic. And we looked at in episode number 43, we looked at that 12-month promo plan and how you lay out what you're going to promote every month for the year. And then you look at, what am I promoting this month or the month that I'm planning, and figure out what you're going to do. So let's say you have an Easter activity book, and Easter is coming up, and so the month of March before Easter, you want to be promoting that Easter activity book, okay? Or maybe you're coming up on summer vacation and you're a travel blogger and you want to be promoting a certain destination that's giving you a commission for sales or something like that, all right? So think about it that way. What is coming up that you want to be promoting? You want to be getting those posts out 6 to 8 weeks before, so it's got time to work into the search engines and get that information out there and cataloged so that it can come back when people search for those things, right? And so for that month that you're planning, whatever your topic is, you want to look at that and say, okay, how many of these big content pieces can I create around this topic? And you want them to be evergreen if possible, so that it's not just getting something for you in these months preceding this event, but it could actually be useful no matter what time of year people find this content. And so you create your piece of content or your multiple pieces of content and say, all right, I can do 4 videos this month, or I could do 4 podcast sessions this month, or whatever it is, whatever's your big way to get content out there, okay? So let's just say you're gonna do 4 videos this month about Easter activities for kids, okay? And so when are you gonna do those? When are they gonna release? Is it a Monday, every Tuesday? You're gonna do all the videos the first month, which isn't quite normal. So let's just say you decide you're gonna do 1 a week. So we're gonna create our video and we're gonna release those on Mondays, okay? So then those videos have 3 or 4 different points in them, or 3 or 4 different activities maybe, since this is an activity example. And so your video is gonna talk about those 3 or 4 different activities. So then you're gonna have your content transcribed and you're gonna create a blog post about that video. So your video goes live on Monday, maybe your blog post goes live on Tuesday. So the idea here is that if you stagger when you are producing this content, you will get a more evenly distributed traffic to your site throughout. Google likes it better when they can see consistent traffic rather than big spikes. So if you release everything on Monday, the blog post, the blog post, the video, the live video on social media, sending them back to this and whatever, you're gonna see a big spike on Mondays. But if you can release the video on Monday and the blog post on Tuesday, maybe do a live video on social media on Wednesday talking about one of those activities and going a little bit deeper and answering people's questions, then you can send a reminder email on Thursday with a success story or another way to look at one of those activities and remind people about that blog post and video. Okay, you see how this is going? So every day you're doing something to drive traffic back to that content. So you would take a page like this flowchart that we created, and you would say, okay, this is my big piece of content in this first box. In the second box is my blog post. In the third box is the live video that I'm going to make notes about that one thing that I want to go deeper with, because really in live video, it's hard to go deeper into multiple things in a short amount of time. So you choose one that's going to be of most interest to your people or most helpful and go deeper in there. And then you make a note about, do I have a content upgrade? Is there some way, once I drive all these people back to my website, is there some way that I'm being able to capture their emails and be able to continue to communicate with them about this topic and give them even more solutions, more ideas, more activities that I can send them about this? And then notes about what you're going to put in your email and what you're going to put on your social media. And so those pages can help you plan that out. If you have one post a week, 2 pages of this, you've got your entire content laid out for you for the month. And then you can go from there and create, fill in the gaps and create that content. So if you have 4 videos, 4 blog posts, you're going to go live once each week, and if you do it on the same day at the same time, your people will start to recognize when you're on there. If you're using bots, you can actually ask them to RSVP for that so that you can send them a Facebook message to remind them when you're going to go live and get more interaction that way. More people on your live video is going to give you more favor with the algorithm, which is going to push your views even higher, and potentially get even more traffic back to your video and your blog post content and that opt-in on your website. All right, then those emails, the email that you're going to send for each of those pieces of content, you've already written down a main idea. Emails don't have to be long. In fact, they're better if they're not long. Just a quick little success story of a couple sentences of how someone used this and the results that they got, or the way that it changed their life. That is huge in your email, and sending them back to that content to get the full story or to read more. All right, and then your content upgrade. You can use the same content upgrade every week as you're sending people back to this content. Remember our example of the Easter activities book, you're sending people back to maybe a free page or a free activity from that book that then gets them into your email sequence by which you can continue to offer them value and ultimately sell that product to them. And that might look like, the first week, when they sign up, they immediately get that freebie, that download. And then in maybe 3 or 4 days, you send them another one asking them to respond and tell you how they liked it, how they used it. And then in a couple more days, maybe you send them a coupon code to get the full book from you, or you soft sell that book in another way, or you send them a video in the email showing them the inside of the book and the other things that it contains, and then where to purchase it. And then your social media, out of this content that you've created, you can pull out quotes, you can pull out specific results, and you can create social media images or social media posts that are right in line with that content. And you're not creating anything new, you're simply pulling from that original big piece of content with multiple points that you created at the beginning. And so I hope that this is helpful for you. I would love to see you go and go to bloggingsuccessfully.com/podcast and find episode number 46 and download this form for planning your content in this flowchart sort of way, so that you can plan it once and use it multiple times. And then let me know how you are using it, how it has helped you become more productive and more efficient with your blog in planning that content. I would love to hear that. Don't forget, the Blogwell Planner is also available to you. That is where you're going to find that 12-month content promotional chart and be able to translate that into monthly and weekly and daily goals with those daily planning sheets in the Blogwell Planner, and that is found at blogwellplanner.com. Be sure that you order that in time to start your next quarter, and it's undated, so you can start your quarter anytime, really. Be sure and check out that blogwellplanner.com. So thanks for listening. I'm Katie Hornor, and this has been the For Your Success podcast. If you're listening on audio, we'd love to have you like and subscribe. If you're watching on video, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Please give us a thumbs up and a like. and share with your friends, and be sure and check bloggingsuccessfully.com/podcast for the show notes, or you can go to foryoursuccesspodcast.com.
Thanks for listening to the For Your Success podcast with Katie Hornor, presented by bloggingsuccessfully.com. For show notes and links to the resources mentioned in today's episode, visit www.foryoursuccesspodcast.com.